seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold him to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force him into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Dalton Keene, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes this Washington 14. Ravens nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing is Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10. 46
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Jackson from the shotgun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second and very short, Wilson. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd and a yard, Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Washington.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll run with ETN. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on.
Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington has taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, report.
To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 43-yard attempt. And it's no good. Lutz pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
At their 48-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Off play action. Samuel.
Oh, Hill. Great grab.
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Washington.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
at the 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Wilson. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a victory here for the Washington football team.